Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Okay, it's on. How is everyone doing? Welcome back. I threw it out like a week or so ago on Instagram and on YouTube as a community post about a Q&A. I figured I'm in between getting new laptops. Spoiler alert, I finally got a new laptop, but I have nothing really set up for it yet. I literally just got it today on the day of recording. So I can't really edit any of the bag reviews that I wanted to do. So I figured this would be a good time. Just throw it out there if you have any questions, whether it be about me, about the channel, about reviewing bags, about a bag specifically, or literally anything. This is a good time to throw it out there and do a quick little Q&A in between being able to actually produce my normally regularly scheduled content. So yeah, let's dive into it. Okay, 1_Graham asked, what is the hardest part of reviewing bags? And that's a doozy. And the hardest part about reviewing bags is what does it fit in terms of lifestyle, right? If it's supposed to be a bag for everyday carry, does it check all the boxes? And if it doesn't, how do I present it if it's still a bag even worth getting? And this isn't a question that I've really gotten, but there's been bags that I've gotten from companies or that I've bought and I've just never reviewed because I'm like, this is trash. Maybe I'll do like a video about the worst bags, don't get these bags down the road, but I've tried a bunch of different bags that I just didn't like to where I didn't review. I think the hardest part is honestly just finding that selling point of the bag, almost like what makes this bag stand out from all the other bags in that same kind of lineup, right? If you have like 18 different travel bags, how do you make one of those stand out? Or out of those 18, how do you pick the right one for you? And as someone who's used probably over 100 bags at this point, that's pretty hard to put into a video about like what's the best feature on a bag that a bunch of other bags have the same feature, I guess, is kind of how I'd put that. I'm gonna probably butcher some of these names, but Pitausu, I don't know how to say that, on Instagram asks, what is your current favorite backpack, best option for work, formal, and travel? So my current favorite backpack is actually a new one that I literally just got about a week ago from Shimoda Designs. It's the Explorer V2, and I've never fallen so quickly in love with a bag before, except for this one. This one immediately checked all of my boxes except for like one, and it is just a phenomenal bag that I really enjoy using. My favorite bag for, let's see, best option for work. If you're gonna go like work, formal, plus also use it as a travel bag, you literally cannot go wrong with the Black Amber Forge because you go from that 20 liter to that 30 liter. You can go briefcase mode, satchel mode, backpack mode. I think that is a great bag that you can just expand out, throw your clothes for the weekend, boom, you get back, take those clothes out, zip it back up, and you've got your 20 liter formal work bag. So I think that anything from Black Amber honestly really does really good for like the work formal, in my opinion. Or even like the Wonder Duo, that's another one that comes to mind that kind of has like, I think that black sleek but not too shiny look, I think that works really well for like the work formal workplace. Work formal workplace, put it on a t-shirt. Toast It from Instagram asks, what bag would you say is almost perfect for you? What would you change to make it perfect? So there's a few bags that like come really close to being almost perfect. The Wandered 11 liter, the light Provoke version, if that camera cube was removable so it could be like an overnight bag for me, that would be pretty much a perfect everyday carry camera bag. The new one from Shimoda, if it had just a small quick access at the top for possibly like maybe like sunglasses or like a security dump. It does have something similar, but like something like that would be really nice. There's a lot of bags that come in at like almost perfect, but I feel like they kind of lacked on the organization because they made it too specific. They're like, if you have this one specific item, or what's even worse is they're like, well, you know, our pouch actually fits in perfectly, so spend more money on our pouch, even though, you know, you don't really need to. I feel like that's kind of a cop-out. I don't like it when companies do that, when they kind of like force you to buy like an accessory because it works really well with their bag, and if you don't have it, then that pocket kind of becomes useless. Yeah, I would change that for sure. Tivo Tran says, what are your 3 dream destinations? This is so easy because I'm going to one of them next year as long as COVID clears up and everything is good for international travel, and that's Iceland. I've always wanted to go to Iceland. When I was stationed in Germany with the Marine Corps, I was this close to going there. I did get to go to one of my dream destinations, which was Ireland. Had a great time out in Ireland when I went to Dublin a couple of years back. So Iceland, definitely number 1 dream destination. Number 2, Tokyo. I really want to go to Asia. My partner and I are planning a Japan trip, hopefully in like 2024. So a couple 3 years out, but definitely Japan. And then for a 3rd dream location, I would have to say, I'm not a big fan of like tropical, like island destinations. So it'd probably be something over in Europe. I would probably say like Scotland. I really want to go to Scotland. I've always wanted to go to Loch Ness. I've been obsessed with the Loch Ness Monster since I was a kid. I know it doesn't exist, but like I've always wanted to go to Scotland. I've always been a big fan. That's where some of my favorite presenters from the Grand Tour, Jeremy Clarkson and that whole gang up in Scotland. I've just always thought Scotland was kind of a cool place to go. I've always wanted to go. So I'd say those 3 are definitely my dream destinations. Okay, I think this is Kai. I want to say Kai Masuda says, what is your current everyday carry / everyday wear? So everyday carry right now, Monday through Friday in the workplace, is the Boundary Supply Renin. That can carry my whole entire, like my work laptop, my mobile keyboard, all my accessories for work fit really nicely in there, and I feel like it fits my workplace aesthetic, which is my everyday wear. Anything that you see me wear that's not like a graphic tee, I have some anime graphic tees I wear, is Western Rise. I'm wearing Western Rise right here with my favorite hat, which is the Wandered hat. I'm wearing Western Rise shorts and Western Rise underwear. I have Western Rise socks. I'm not joking. Western Rise is my entire closet. My main jacket, my formal jacket, my long sleeve Henleys, my t-shirts, all of my pants except for one, my pair of jeans from Mott & Bow, my hoodie, everything is Western Rise. I will always support Western Rise. They have given me some stuff for free. I don't have any like affiliate links with them, but I will link Western Rise below. I know Ian and Will Waters, who's the founder and CEO. I have Will's number, which is pretty cool. I never text him, but I do have his number. The Versa hat as well. I don't know. Western Rise is just, it's clothing that's like functional. It's basic. It's simple. It feels nice. It has that durability factor that I like. I just feel like you can't go wrong with Western Rise. It is a little bit pricey. If you want like a good introduction to Western Rise, the AT Slim pant or the Diversion pant are great for everyday wear or even office. That's what I wear in the office. And then just one of their basic like merino wool t-shirts, or I like their Henleys. Big fan. Also their hoodie, great, love it. Western Rise. Luke Paulson says that they're looking for a dump pouch of sorts for my GR1 gym bag, something like a dump kit with little to no organization suggestions. So I'm a big fan of like dump pouches, right? I have a really good one from Able Carry that's kind of small. The Boundary Supply, it's like the Renin pouch, is a really good dump one that I actually use a lot to keep like my cables and stuff organized just around the house. We've actually, my partner's coming around slowly on liking my bags and stuff. I actually use some of my accessories, some of my pouches around the house to just store items. Another really good one is the Bellroy. They have like the classic pouch, which is like the half moon. They have like a desk pouch. So if you're looking for a dump pouch for the desk, it actually stands up on your desk. It's a really, really cool one. I'm a big fan of that one. Other dump pouches that come to mind, Wandered has a good one. It's like called like the cable pouch that they have on their website. I think they still sell that one. Honestly, the Wandered tech pouch is almost there in terms of like little organization, but it does have some. Another good one that I think is a good dump pouch with just a little organization on the inside, like dividers, would be the Peak Design field pouch. That's a good one that I used to use all the time that I think is a pretty solid dump pouch. Yeah, hopefully those suggestions help. I don't know a whole lot off the top of my head, but hit me up on my email, odiematthewsbags@gmail.com. I'll have to look through my giant pile of pouches. Jeff McCarthy says, I like the idea of EDC breakdown. What are the top 5 things you cannot live without? Might not be all EDC, but things you use every day. It's really funny because Peter McKinnon, who I've mentioned multiple times on this channel at this point, just literally did a video like top 10 things he can't live without. For me, it's my Apple Wallet, little MagSafe wallet. I just carry 2 cards, ID, debit card. I love having that. AirTag, for some reason, I'm a big fan of these AirTags that came out. I bought a 4-pack and now we have them all over the place. I use them for my bags and my keys. big fan of the AirTags. Sunglasses, I always have to have a good pair of sunglasses because I hate squinting. Anytime I walk outside, I have to have sunglasses on, 100%. My AirPod Pros go with me everywhere. I'm a big fan of I'm always listening to something, especially at work. Always have headphones in. AirPod Pros are the absolute best that I found. Small, noise canceling. I really like them. You can use them with iPhones and without iPhones because my partner has an Android and they've used them. Love them. Absolutely can't go anywhere without those. And then also my notebook. It's my little Peter McKinnon notebook with a small travel pen. I carry that with me everywhere. It's either in my pocket, in my bag. It goes with me everywhere. It's for ideas, for videos, work, whatever it might be. It's anything that's like related to my channel or my photography or videography or anything like that. I'm always having a little notebook with me in order to take down notes. Those 5 things. Corey asks, if you had to pick one bag under 150 to travel with for a few months, what bag would you pick? Or what are your top hacks, trips, or tricks when flying with a duffel? So under 150, I think it's close to being under 150, but I would go with the Monarch duffel, right? And I'm not just saying that because I'm good friends with those guys, but I'm gonna check the price on this. This is live. The Monarch duffel just is $149. That's the one I would go with. It's a duffel backpack that has great organization. Has you can get like the whole set, which is $300. It comes with like a camera cube, a tag pouch, shoe pouch, laundry pouch thing, and packing cubes, 2 packing cubes. Great external organization that kind of mimics the Peak Design organization and the Boundary Supply Aegis duffel. But I feel like the Monarch one did a little bit better. I like the Cordura fabric in the middle, surrounded by the tarpaulin on the outside. It's very comfortable in duffel bag mode, and it's very comfortable in backpack mode. And I love a good backpack to duffel transition. In terms of tips with traveling with a duffel bag, my thing is I like to have everything that I need when I get to my seat in the most easily accessible compartment on the duffel. So as soon as I usually just hug. That is with any bag, but especially duffels. I usually have it in duffel bag mode, but then I'll lift it up and I'll hug it as I'm going down the aisle of the plane because I don't like, because people will sit like this on the plane and out in the middle of the aisle, and then you'll be like, excuse me, and you'll bump and they'll be like, oh, excuse me. And it's like, you're in the way, just a little bit, a lot of it, half your body is in the aisle of the plane. That's what I usually do, and I usually just pull everything out and I put it on my seat, throw it up above. Even though a lot of my bags will fit under the seat in front of me, I like leg room. I'm not very tall, so I like the leg room I can get. I'm only 5'8". Just rock it with backpack mode, right? Just have those extra straps out and just leave it that way and go. Whether you are carrying it like a duffel or carrying it like a backpack, just leave those straps out if you want and just go. Who cares? A couple extra straps never hurt anybody. So I have like an extra little like loopy strap that I usually put on all my bags when I'm traveling to keep straps together so they don't dangle everywhere. But yeah, under 150, 100% gotta go with the Monarch bag. That's no competition in my eyes. It's hard to find a good bag under 150. And that one definitely takes the cake. Shaz Khan asks, nipple clips, yay or nay? Yeah, I don't see why not. You can absolutely have nipple clips. I encourage it. Unless you're asking me, in which the answer is no. But if you want them, go for it. Tell us about your dope tattoos and the meaning behind them. Did you get a tattoo on a trip in Singapore? Maybe also what you did in the military. So I would love to do a video on my tattoos. I'm actually getting some more, almost all of my tattoos pretty much have some kind of meaning from something in my life behind them. I'm a big fan of tattoos. I love tattoos. I feel like it's a really good expression of yourself. I know a lot of people that don't like tattoos, and that's totally fine. You don't have to like tattoos. You don't have to like somebody else's tattoos. In terms of what I did in the military, so I was in the Marine Corps for a total of 7 years. Part of it was active, part of it was reserves, part of it, well, a year of it was not doing anything. It was like the inactive, it's called IRR, inactive ready reserves or something like that, where I just didn't do anything and then I was completely out. I got out as a sergeant. My job in the Marine Corps was a 3531 Motor T. In that time of Motor T, I just did a variety of things. I was a gunner for a little bit. I was a vehicle commander, which just means I sat shotgun, and it's a glorified, I told the driver what to do, which was more of, hey, keep driving, doing great. That's simplified, but I was also a platoon sergeant for a little bit, so I had a platoon, and then my last stint in Germany, which is where I kind of like ended my career, I was essentially just a colonel's assistant. That wasn't really supposed to be my job, but I was like the lowest rank there, and I basically just did whatever he asked. And it was a pretty sweet gig. He was a really nice guy. On Fridays, he let me go home early. I lived off base. It was, Germany was awesome. He was a super, super nice guy. My time in the Marine Corps was very boring, I would say. I'm sure I have plenty of awesome stories, but I have stories from the Marine Corps that I think are funny. I don't think anything that I did was quite interesting. My favorite story is I was coming back from a convoy, doing mountain warfare training, and we had a chief warrant officer, and he was the coolest guy in the world. Fucking love that dude. And I was running this convoy, and it was like the last one. It was like 10 o'clock at night. It was super late. It was about to rain. It was very cold at the base of the mountain. And as we're coming back in, and this is like our 8th trip up the mountain to get all these grunts off of their training or whatever. And he had like a big cooler of like, it was like Natty Light or Bush Light. It was one of those like light beers that like you would never buy yourself really. And he was just throwing them up into the 7-ton windows. The 7 tons like our big trucks. And the windows were down. He was just chucking them in. And he was like, "Hey Smith." And he just like chucked it at my head and it hit my Kevlar and exploded. And then he chucked another one and I drank it. That was really fun. He was a really cool guy. Really enjoyed that. But yeah. Jacob Mathis asks, when are we gonna see more of cameraman Jake? Answer to that is never. Okay. And lastly, Mark Hernandez asks, what do you film on? Okay, so my film setup is pretty simple. I have a DJI Pocket 2 for my studio filming because it comes with a wireless mic. I found it to be really good, shoots in 4K, up to like 120 FPS in HD. I have my iPhone 12 Max I do a lot of filming on. Canon M50 with a 22mm and a 50mm lens, as well as a telescopic lens. Then I have my DJI Mini 2. That's it. I can do pretty much everything I need with those. I have a little bit of accessories and everything like that. I ended up, always trick out and get a little extra something, but that's it. That's all I have. I don't have a lot of film equipment, but I can do everything I need. All my photography that you see, all the videos I make off of those 3 or 4 items together. I would love to do another one of these. I really loved all these questions. It's really fun to have interaction. I'm coming up on 2,000 subscribers, and I can say it here. Side-by-side gear, I just did their Power Packer tech kit. They hit me up on email. They're going to give one of those away for 2,000 subscribers. The fact that I'm coming up on 2,000 is insane to me. I love you guys so much. The interaction when I post up, when I told you guys my computer died and I had to take a step away, mental health, whenever I'm struggling with that, and I'm like, hey, you might not hear from me for, I might not post a video because mental health took a dip. And you guys are just really supportive and awesome. And I love having this channel, and I love the fact that you guys are my subscribers. I wouldn't have it any other way. So maybe another time down the road, when the numbers grow up, I'll do another Q&A, and you guys can ask me literally anything. So if you have questions for the next Q&A, you can put them in the comments below. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time.